Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our talk today. Okay, we'll be presenting Tree Life in Digital Marketing. Okay, presented by Reveres Academy and in collaboration with the Cambodia Chamber of Commerce and curated by Up Your Game. So you can find us on social media under Reveres Academy in our website, Facebook, YouTube, and Telegram. So what are we talking today? Okay, the digital marketing landscape has changed with the pandemic world. Leaders and business need to step out in online presence programs and profit system to capture existing and new market. And one new pivot would be to incorporate the three live digital marketing campaign, namely live engagement, live experience, live entertainment. So in this webinar, you'll learn new way to strategize this three live in marketing campaign and build customer for lifetime. So the learning outcome will be the ability to up your game in business, branding, and life at large. So without further ado, let us welcome Miss Sandra Tan to give us the speech. Thank you. Over to you, Sandra.
Right, thank you. I need to share my slides. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this webinar. I'm so glad that you have joined us, and I want to make your time meaningful, okay? So to make the time meaningful, I would love it if you could participate with me, whether by chat, it'll be wonderful. And, and if I miss a question, I will try my best to come back to it, or Kingwa can always alert me. So we have faced a very tough year, haven't we? Haven't we
Yeah.
faced a very tough year? And as we think about it, there's so many lessons that we can learn, even, And for me, I'm a trainer in digital marketing. So let me just start my slide so I can talk to you about it. Okay, and here you are.
Yep.
My talk will be on the 3 lives in digital marketing. No, when I say lives, I don't mean live as in a person, but I also mean a person. All right. So my name is Sandra Tan, and I run my own agency, Esteem Communications, for consultancy and also for training. And of course, I'm from Singapore, but I'm very interested in Indochina and Cambodia. This is me on my right hand side. I am primarily a trainer and coach. I used to be in public relations and communications, but they're all joined together, yeah? My specialty is in branding, social media marketing, content marketing, digital marketing, entrepreneurship. And for this season, I have been training a lot of hospitality and retail companies. I want to share that I've already trained about 26 rounds of digital training, digital marketing. Each one is about 1 week long. So I've been really working very hard, almost half a year. I'm thankful for the opportunities. And yes, last year when I could travel a lot, I was training in Jakarta, Manila, Myanmar especially, and we were also connecting with chambers of commerce and of course Singapore. So how can I not miss this chance to reach out to Cambodians, isn't it, right? So let me just say that, because of the lockdowns in this world, I think you all know, all of us have to tap on technology to connect with one another. But, we have come to a stage where we say, oh, we don't have to say, oh, you must have a website, you must have e-commerce, etc. No, we are talking about how we can up our game, how we can go further, how can we scale better and improve our skills. Okay, so I wish I was here in Cambodia to talk to you and meet you in person and to understand your needs, etc. But just for now, let's hear what we have. Effects of COVID in marketing, all right? Definitely, yeah, this scary virus here, all right? It has continued to get brands and companies to advertise even more. You'll be surprised, advertising has gone so much. By 2023, we're looking at $517 billion, and this is in USD, ladies and gentlemen. Secondly, mobile advertising through the handphone is also going to grow 40% year on year. That's a lot of money. Next, e-commerce. Now, I'm not sure about the gateways there in e-commerce, but e-commerce is on the rise all over the world. Students are starting e-shops now, all right? In the Philippines, especially e-commerce, there are people who are so skilled in e-commerce, all right? They know how to beef up and scale up and design. And also, as a consumer, we are really, really increasing our use of technology. My mother-in-law is 83 years old, and now she says, "Can we Zoom you? Can we play e-mahjong?" She's so used to technology that Zoom is like a normal way of life for her. And finally, consumers are setting the agenda. That means they dictate what they want to see and what they want to do. So they like to see people. People love to see people. That's why there are gossips around, isn't it? So influencer marketing is also on the rise. Now, if you are in some form of marketing, okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in some form of marketing, would you write in the chat right now so I can see? Okay, write in the chat right now so I can see that you're in some form of marketing. Okay, can't really see all, but if you are, it'd be wonderful. Okay, let me just share with you some statistics first, yeah? Or not statistics, this one is slightly different, yeah? Let me just show you this. As you can see now, ladies and gentlemen, yeah. Okay, I will do this now. I won't go through the past, okay? The journey of digital marketing, right? The past, we have static websites. Now, with social media, we are booming all around. Instagram, TikTok. I hope you have TikTok. I'm sure you have TikTok. YouTube is mega. Facebook, and so on. Okay, and even for the Chinese side, we have the WeChat. We can't forget the Chinese world. But in the future, we need to see, if you can see this, that we are having strong influencer marketing. And in influencer marketing, there are 5 key trends. AR, VR, they will be taking a larger space. AI, artificial intelligence, will play a critical role, right? And now your selling is like you talking to me now. Virtual selling is very critical now. And how are we going to make virtual selling more exciting, such that people will buy? What I hear is that, bankers are saying, yeah, we're meeting people, yes, but they're not buying. So how do we win them over? And there will be more regulations to social media, influencer marketing, and everyone is switching to video content. So we have to wake up a little bit, isn't that true? So, the Maslow's pyramid of needs of physiological safety, belonging, esteem, and self-actualization, there is also a digital Maslow pyramid. Let me show you one. Basic needs now, ladies and gentlemen. We must have Wi-Fi, W-I-F-I. There's a little joke, they say that Wi-Fi is more important than Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi? W-I-F-E. They say that, Wi-Fi is even more important than your wife. Can you imagine that? And battery, isn't it? And the connection and smartphones and laptops and battery. These are critical. Now, without these, even my children will say, "Ma, we don't have enough power." Okay? Safety-wise, all right, we have the Google Map. All right, Google Map is important. If I go to Cambodia, I really will need the Google Map. And because of cybersecurity, this is also very important. Before there will be hijacks on your websites, yeah, or closure. What's growing now is this section here, and I would also add some more, like Zoom, Skype, WebEx, Hangouts, Meet. Now, if you know this This is Tinder, so young people to find their spouse, not spies. Facebook is here, connecting with people. And as you go higher and higher, esteem needs, especially Instagram, because you need to look good in Instagram. Okay. So esteem needs, and people, you want to have a lot of likes. But ladies and gentlemen, let me show you the highest one. Okay. The highest one, interestingly, is actually you too. Do you get it? It's you too, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Meaning to say that, meaning to say that it is important to really enhance your video. So I'm not at this stage to say how important social media is already. I'm at this stage to say how we can go higher, scale, and scale up. So the three lives that we're talking about are live experiences, live engagement, and live entertainment. It is not totally the same. It's slight difference. And I'm going to show you the different examples there will be. Okay. And then I will round up with what are the skills needed to go into this space. Okay. Let's try. The first one, as you know, during the lockdowns, we we experienced what we call live or virtual experience. Museums, exhibitions, concerts, amusement parks started to bring their experience to you, wherever you are in this world. This is Singapore's Art Science Museum, is an icon. Even then, they were the first place to close because they had COVID cases there. Now, what can you do? This is a big Singapore icon, closed down. What did they do? They brought the museum to consumers. Firstly, they had the virtual tour. Okay, so everything was on on internet, so people could go. All right, so live experience, you can watch the experience. Now, concert halls are like this. You can have the whole orchestra, but it's empty, but it's recorded, so you can still watch the experience. So far, so good, everybody? Okay, one more place. Have you been to Singapore? Has anyone been to Singapore? Tell me, have you been to Singapore, anyone? Right in the chat? Yes. Who has been to Singapore? Of course. Yes. Must. Yes. 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 2 times. Very good. Now, you not yet. Someday you come. Okay, you. Thank you very much. Now, one more. Have you been to Sentosa? Have you been to Sentosa? Anyone have you been to Sentosa? The sunny island of Sentosa. Yes, this is Singapore's most famous place. I will write down how you spell Sentosa. Sentosa was closed for a while. So what did they do, ladies and gentlemen? Watch this. They decided to bring the Sentosa experience online. There you are. This is Sentosa. And if you really want to know, this is the game, Nintendo Switch. You see, it's not only Sentosa, but it's also using Nintendo game. You see what I mean now? So this is how they made virtual experience exciting. Next one. What happened to Airbnb then? In May, Airbnb CEO said, we have to cut 4,000 people. We really cannot sustain ourselves, okay? So, you know Airbnb, right? It is a rental, isn't it? Rental of the housing or a flat or apartment or a lodging. That part closed. But they went back to think, what is one way that we can improve ourselves? They said, hey, actually, when we first started our business, it was called Airbnb Experiences. So they say, okay, we will now bring the experience to people. Meaning to say, I'm at home in Singapore, but I want to watch the Angkor Wat, yeah, in Cambodia. But I can't travel to Cambodia. So how? Never mind. I go to Airbnb Experience. I will book a slot. And you got a tour guide there who will say, hello, Miss Sandra, come and see. Okay? Or if I'm tired, I want to meditate. I think about the sheep, in New Zealand. I just go to Airbnb, I book a slot with New Zealand, and then a sheep farmer will come out and say, hello, Miss Sandra, this is my sheep. And he will spend time with me for 1 hour or 1.5. So I can see the whole Angkor Wat through the camera of the tour guide who is in Cambodia, but I am in Singapore. And now they're making millions. Let me show you an example. You see, this is called Airbnb online experiences. Don't have to travel there, but you can watch it. Now, I took a picture of Airbnb experience. Let's see now what they have. Musicals, all right, 38 US dollars, 1.5 hours. Not bad. In Bangkok, so happened I got this picture. In Bangkok, history and culture of trans women, Bangkok, $14 USD, 1.25 hours. Over in United Kingdom, LGBTQ culture and nights, 1.5 hours, 5-star. Next one, in United States, wow, global bar hopping across 4 cities, $15 per person. And also 5-star. And in Russia, discover gay life in Russia. Now, it's not always just gay life and so on, okay? It's also many, many other experiences like cooking, virtual tours, like exhibitions, musicals, etc. Okay, just so happened I managed to catch this slide. What about Singapore? What do you think Singapore is? Well, we have a magician, and his name is called Ming Ta. Now, in Singapore, nobody goes to a show, a magic show, and just sit down and watch. Okay, so how is this young boy going to earn money? He went into Airbnb experiences, especially during lockdown, where the children were at home, the parents don't know what to do with them. They say, okay, watch magic. So Ming Ta said, bring your cards and I'll teach you magic tricks. And this is it. How much is it? 23 US dollars per person, and he's very booked up. Mind you, he is so famous now because he's 5.0 star. He's now charging 33 US dollars now. You see, that's how people earn money. So this is part and parcel of life experiences. We go now to the live engagement now, and this is something which I think you and I know. Have you seen, has any one of you watched any live streaming before from China? Anyone? If you have, write down, please. Yes, write down. Okay? If you have watched any live streaming, okay? They have it in Bangkok too, Vietnam also. Now, live streaming, you see, it's like someone selling you, okay? Selling you the products. Like, let's say if I have a water bottle, I'm selling you the product, I'm talking to you right now, and then you pay through credit card or some PayPal or whatever, and the sale is done. China is leading this in a big and mighty way. China was the first to be locked down, correct? But the business grew and grew because live streaming helps you to link up, bridge human connection. Live streaming is raw. Make mistake when I talk, never mind, make a joke out of it. It is real. It is unedited. And most of all, live audience can talk to me. Just like now, you can talk to me too, isn't it? Yeah, it's real time. So let's take a look at one company, okay? So as you can see, live streaming in China boomed during the coronavirus in February. You know, that was a very tough time. So let me share with you a little bit about this company, Ling Ting Xuan. Okay, now, I don't really know the company very well, but they are a lipstick company, okay? Lipstick company owned by this guy called Sun Lai Chan. The name in Chinese is called Ling Ting Xuan for lipstick. They have about 1,500 staff all over China, you know, in sales counters. So that was in February. In January, he said, I am in trouble. I have to close down all my shops because everywhere is closed. Shanghai, Beijing, Wuhan, everywhere is closed. What am I going to do? So he very, very quickly, all right, very quickly used the Alibaba technology, okay, and let me just shift this a bit here. You see, while sales and brick and mortars were drying up by nearly the 90%, he made every one of his staff into selling products online, promoting them on live streaming, meaning just like right now, I talk to you, then I show you, all right? And then they have a light to show. Everybody was trained. So out of 1,500, okay, he trained 1,200 staff. He didn't retrench them, you know. He continued to give them jobs, 1,002. But they must be able to talk and promote with the LED light, and then to just promote the lipstick. You know what happened? This is his sales. He sold. He sold 400,000 bottles of the company's flagship camellia oil within 2 hours, February 14th, Valentine's Day. So Chinese New Year was late January. Everything closed down. 2 weeks trained 1,200 staff. 300 said they didn't want to, but that's fine. And in just 2 hours, he sold 400,000 bottles of camellia oil, fragrance. And watch it, after that, he was so successful, March 1 and March 8, during International, Ling Qingxuan, the company, said its online sales jumped more than 5 times. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to go on the live streaming. In Singapore, because I teach so many retailers, in December, starting already, a lot of companies have started on live streaming, but they are using influencers, okay? Influencers, but this company used their own people to promote it, to save jobs. Now, live engagement is also virtual reality. So you can't really see, I'm going to push this up a little. Sephora brand has got, even 5 years ago, they started what we call the beauty board. That means if I want to have a lipstick or a nail color or an eyeshadow, I say, which color will suit me? Well, you just have to go to the beauty board, take a picture like you see me now. You can see me now, right? Take a picture, and then this is what happens. There, one person, you can have different eyeshadow, different lipstick, different eyelash style. You can try out until you like, and then you buy. This is called the beauty board, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so what am I trying to say, ladies and gentlemen? That virtual reality, okay, is also becoming real. Nowadays, in the shops, in actually Zara, not in Singapore, but in the US, they have a mirror. So you try one dress, pink color, okay. Then you put it by the side, you take a picture, you put another picture of yourself, maybe a black color dress, okay? And you take a picture. And then you see the mirror, which one you like best, okay? Pink or black. Virtual reality is already right here in Singapore and in many parts of the world. And I'm sure places like Cambodia will also start growing, okay? Be like the Chinese, they leapfrogged. They didn't wait for credit cards. They went to QR code by leapfrogging. You see what I'm trying to say? Leapfrogging is possible. Now, there are other ways of engagement. For example, you can have a contest, you can have a challenge, you can have a Facebook Live, even webinar now. We're having a live conversation. Understand me? You know, Facebook Live is the one which is very, very popular. Okay, and that one catches a lot of people, not when you're doing it, but when you post it up, automatically the video goes very fast and far. And also polls, okay? So you can engage people through many other ways under live engagement, live streaming, virtual reality, and many other fun ways. Then I come to live entertainment, right? So we have live experience, especially Airbnb, virtual tours. And then we have live engagement where we talk about live streaming. Now we're talking about live entertainment. So virtual reality, you can feel it, but augmented reality is like as though you are going through it. It is quite amazing. So I'm going to play you a video. It's a little bit long. I may cut short in the halfway, but this is just a restaurant. The restaurant has a plate, a cup of tea That's all right, maybe a spoon. And then they had a hologram, okay? I hope you can see the word. They're using holograms. Let's just watch the video for a short while. Okay, restaurant in France. Le Petit. Remember, this is all video, no? Not small people. Huh? You must watch to the end. There's a big surprise. Okay. Oh dear. Right, isn't that interesting? So the use of hologram that is bringing augmented reality to people. Okay, so let me just move on to the next one here. Next one. Oops. Yeah. And I will show you the video, as you can see in China. This happened in June, 27th of June to be exact. You can see a dancing lady using hologram on a huobo, which is just huogo, which is actually the hot pot, you know. The Chinese love the hot pot soup, yeah? Huogo. And this is it. When you enter the restaurant, you see people dancing, but actually it's just hologram. This is augmented reality, ladies and gentlemen, giving people entertainment so they can enjoy the experience of the restaurant, of the food, of your product. All right, let me go on. In Korea or in Japan, there is a special type of video which is called the mukbang videos. And I'm not sure whether you've seen that, ladies and gentlemen, but for example, the mukbang means gigantic, right? So very famous. There's this Dalgona coffee started in Korea. It is very famous now, and it sounds like an Italian name, but they say it started in Korea. But this Japanese lady, she started making the coffee, and she drank about 8 liters of coffee, okay? And that's about 10,000 calories, okay? And this was like, whoa, this is really surprising. So this is it, okay? This is it. Can you see how interesting it is? By creating fun, gigantic, interesting ways to entertain people, people buy. And now Dalgona coffee is very famous all over the world. One more way of augmented reality is to entice or attract our senses. And I'm going to show you now very quickly, if I can, to a video of this guy using what he calls, can you see this, ladies and gentlemen? ASMR type of video. And I'm just now, right now, going to share, and Kwanwa, if you let me know if this can be seen at all, right? Let's take a look, yeah? I'm going to show you this video, very short one. Are you ready? You need to listen.
There's no voice actually. Or the voice started.
That's it. Okay, so as you can see, it is a very special type of wait, let me just finish this. Yeah. I'm going to be doing. Okay. All right. I'm just going to go back to my slides again. So they are using their senses to attract people, ladies and gentlemen. So this is another type of augmented reality where they use senses. It could be just like showing the mouth, and then people just eat and so on. The Japanese, the Koreans, the Chinese, they love these kind of things. And this is one way they can improve their own products, online presence and branding. Very interesting. So what can we see? Okay, so as we can see now, I want to go back to my slides now. Augmented reality is now the way to go for live entertainment. All right, so let me just now, what does it mean for you, ladies and gentlemen? What does it all mean? Okay, all right. One thing I can see now is this, okay? For those in the B2C business, we need to invest in marketing technology, right? They're not just for fun, they are for a purpose. They want you to do an action and follow through. So one thing we have to do is to collect data, whether it's SEO, search engine optimization, or search engine marketing, CRM, customer relationship management, or even your WhatsApp biz or Telegram biz. I know you're all very strong in Telegram, right? There it is. Or even through Zoom. We need to collect big data, details of customers, all right, and reach out to our customers through live entertainment and live engagement. And really, for entertainment, right, I mentioned about artificial intelligence, AI, virtual reality. You saw some examples. Slightly different will be the augmented reality, AR. So all these must be adopted to scale our business. Number two, so this is number one, invest in marketing technology. The second thing is the mindset. Whether it's B2B or B2C, all right, we need to have at least one of the lives in virtual selling. For example, dramatic demonstration of a product. Now, vacuum cleaner? Vacuum cleaner. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know that this company which sells vacuum cleaners, by demonstrating something in a dramatic way, what did they do? They used the vacuum cleaner to suck up a bowling ball. Can you imagine? They sucked up one bowling ball. And to be exact, they used two bowling balls. That means one bowling ball carrying another bowling ball together. Now that is dramatic. It's just like David Copperfield come and do magic, okay? If you are selling to your products online, like you're selling to me, your PowerPoint, your slide, the video must be very exciting. It must be dramatic, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so to have to have the thinking, the mindset that when you're selling online, you need to be dramatic. Even I, talking to you, I need to be a bit dramatic. I need to show, right? Second thing is, you must make sure that you have all the social media distribution already. Without the social media distribution, then the virtual selling will be very hard. Why? Because people wouldn't know your brand. That is why branding through social media is very important, followed by dramatic demonstration. So we have, number one, invest in marketing technology. Number two, mindset to have at least one life. The third one I want to say is skills, ladies and gentlemen. we need to integrate our digital marketing with video. And over here, I want to show you that this is my class, okay? These are all retailers, all right? They don't want to know, should we be in social media? Should we have a website? No, that's past it already. We need to leapfrog, ladies and gentlemen. And they are there learning how to become, what do you call that? Online promoters, okay, for live streaming. Now, these are working people, staff. They are not celebrities. Okay, so what are the skills for the new normal? They have to learn, yes, live streaming skills, video production. They needed to have video production, video editing, live webinars like this now. We learned to do a webinar, live large events, those with 1,000 people type, live streaming, okay, and also vlogging. Vlogging means like they're also talking. Now, this is not easy because everybody says, oh, I'm not a celebrity. How am I going to do that? So we all have to up our skills to integrate digital marketing with our video visual skills. But you can say, but Sandra, I'm not in B2C business. I'm in B2B business. Now, how do you integrate that for B2B business? Okay, and let me just show you. Okay. One thing I want to say is that for B2B, we need to build influencer. Okay, let me just, okay, sorry. This is still B2C. Sorry, this is the last part. Build influencer marketing skills. For example, ability to stand in front of a camera and present. You need to have good English or sufficiently good English for global audience. Because the minute you're on the internet, you're reaching out to the world. So you must have some good English. If you're reaching out to your local audience, yes, speak to your own language. But here, we're talking about scaling. So some good standard of English is very, very helpful. And of course, you must have the human connection to talk to people, even though like now I'm only talking to the laptop. You understand? Okay, so these are building influencer marketing skills. Now, I go back to my topic on B2B. What about B2B? What if you are running a B2B business? Okay, it's not so easy, but here B2B is for the long run, isn't it? Okay, we need to build long-term relationships with constant engagement via video also, and also with seamless administration. So what I mean is this: sales meetups, okay? Sales meetups means it's online, isn't it? It's virtual selling. And remember, I said virtual selling, we need to have a dramatic demonstration. Number two, we need to be constantly in touch with people. Just like we organize a webinar with you, we want to be engaged with you, okay? I'm in Singapore, you're in Cambodia, we're still connected, isn't it? And of course, you must have all your systems ready. Seamless digital intranet purchasing. So don't make it difficult for people to buy. Make sure that all your technology for selling and buying is easy. And especially in B2B, the digital after sales is very important, meaning there should be more and more contact. Now, show you this graph. This is a very interesting graph, okay? B2B is a long journey, all right? B2B journey, but our touch point is important. Touch point is still via online. They say to sell a product, you know how long it takes, ladies and gentlemen? How many touch points? Google says, okay, you need 14 touch points. But I think Sandra says 7 touch points will do, okay? And that is through your advertising, through your social media. That means you must post in different places. You must have your sales brochure to meet out the people. You must wait for rejection 1 time, rejection 2 times, then you pitch again, and then you finally may just get a sale because of the long-term relationship. That is B2B. But you have to ensure that your transaction is good and that there must be strong support. So if you have all this in place for B2B, okay, the pandemic has accelerated previous trends, right? Omni-channel selling. inside sales, tech-enabled selling, and of course, e-commerce. What do companies say? They said that they are very or somewhat likely to continue seamless administration via digital moving forward. Okay, so this is a very short talk, ladies and gentlemen. I want to summarize my 3 points that really moving forward for digital marketing, we really need to actually practice at least one of the 3 lives, and they are live experience, live engagement, and live entertainment. So with this now, I want to thank you for listening. It's a short snap, and I want to pass this time to uh, King Hua. Over to you, King Hua.
Yep. Thank you, Sandra, for the insight. If you have any Q&A, please feel free to ask in the Q&A box below, and then we will answer to you accordingly. Yeah. I think it's a very informative talk where we can do a live. Yep. In actual fact, as a personal experience, it's also quite new for me because I have never talked in front of an audience before. So because of this pandemic, we have to move everything online, and then whereby we would have to do the talk, and we will have to host it. And yeah, this is also considering it as my first time doing this type for probably coming to half a year. And I guess it only gets better. I think the important part is that you have to take the first step. That's the main thing. Yeah. Never say no. That's the only only choice that you have. Yeah.
Okay, so your Sarah Davin says, could you explain what big data can do with our business? So I'm just going to go back a few slides, if I may. All right, and this is the part I think I mentioned about big data. Yeah. So invest, thank you, is a brilliant question. Okay. So we do all this show, it's not to show off. At the end of the day, it's still to earn money, isn't it? Right? So you're saying, how can big data help in the business? This is a separate topic altogether. But after we do all the shows, after all the virtual reality, we must bring people to a landing page or a website where they can collect data. Ladies and gentlemen, my next topic will be something like this. Data is your gold mine. So over here, when we have SEO, SEM, especially customer, let me just type it out, customer relationship management. Okay, I hope you see it now. When we go to CRM, we collect data of our customers. That will give you a customer for a lifetime until they unsubscribe you. You get what I'm trying to say? So to explain the big data to help your business, the first things first, ladies and gentlemen, you need to collect data. So you can have a live webinar, live session, etc. You collect the email data, and what data do we want? Number one, we want to have the email address. Okay, it is very important. Number two, we also want the name, and to be specific, and we also want to have the first name and the last name, so that when we continue with CRM, meaning your email marketing, which is the cheap and effective way, we need to address them personally through the first name, right? And the third thing we want to say is, where possible, though not compulsory, we would like them to put in the mobile number. So in Singapore, some people don't like to leave the telephone number, but maybe in Cambodia, they like it. They are okay with that, all right? With a mobile number, you are actually accelerating, advancing your client from email, internet into your mobile phone. And if you say that Telegram or WhatsApp is big in Cambodia, I can tell you the chances of buying your product through Telegram and WhatsApp is even higher than from the internet. Okay? Think about it, Think about it. All right. So yes, have I answered your question? Once you collect data, you can actually build up and scale your business through email marketing. So remember, data is your gold mine. Over to you, Kingwa.
Yep. Any more questions do you all have for Sandra before we
So
end the webinar?
maybe you can tell me
Mm,
that have I answered your question?
mm, mm,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Any other questions, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, under Q&A? No?
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Got it. Okay. I think he got it. Yep.
very good. Okay.
Mm,
May I also now ask that
mm,
you connect with me, if you would, over
yeah.
LinkedIn. You can take a snapshot of this, and I'll be very happy to connect with you
Mm.
somehow. Back to you, Kingwa.
Okay. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Sandra, for the uh, webinar, and we hope you can actually get connected with her if you have further questions into it. Okay, so we will have another webinar that is coming up soon. Sorry. Okay, so I hope you have taken her LinkedIn. Okay, so I will. Our upcoming webinar will be for next week. Okay, will be quiet but super effective introvert in the workplace on the 4th of December. Okay, so hope to see you all same time, and we will call off this webinar now. Thank you, Sandra. Yep.
Thank you so
Okay.
much,
Yep.
and let's get connected on LinkedIn. Thank you very
Yep.
much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.